Tell the Truth channel. Please like, share my content on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and what other content that y'all go on. I appreciate that very much. I am in Jesus and Jesus is in me. All right. I come to speak to y'all on the behalf of my Father. It's some things that He want me to talk about. And this is happening out there in the world, which it should not be going on out there in the world, but it's going on. Now, it's people out here, which I keep bringing up over and over and over. It's people out here that's struggling, that cannot survive. These people are literally standing by the stores, standing in the car, by the car lots where the stores is at. They standing all up in there, and they going around asking people to help them, that they need food. They even bring it up. I need food. I need money to pay my bills. They brings this up. They can't even go in a restaurant to wash their booties because the people in the restaurants ain't gonna let them in there. So they can't wash their booties. Now, back in the days when we was coming up and people were struggling, they would literally open the doors and let the people in there to use the bathrooms. Because they knew these people had to clean themselves some kind of way. They had to clean themselves. Now, the people up there in the government. Now, I'm not speaking of the president. I'm speaking of the mayor. That's what I'm speaking to, the mayor. Because the mayor is the one that's running everything when it comes to people having food and clothes and a roof over their heads and be able to pay their bills and all that. You know, the mayor has a problem with this, which I don't understand, but the mayor has a problem with helping people. But see, the mayor is up there making sure that his family eats or her family eats. They making sure that. They making sure that their family eat every single day. They making sure that their family have a roof over their head, clothes on their backs and everything. They making sure that. But the people out in the world, they making them struggle even more every single day. But see, you got to look at this mirror. Look at this. Since you just thinking about your family and nobody else but your family, think about what could be snatched away from you and your family, and y'all end up in a situation that these other people are in. That's the thing that y'all don't get up there in the government. Y'all don't think that y'all can end up being in the situation that everybody else is in. Y'all don't think y'all can end up like that. But see, you got to look at this. When God put you up there, He put you up there to help the poor, not to help yourself and everybody else. He put you up there to help the poor, to keep them from struggling, to make sure they have things that they need for their families. That's what He put you up there for. But see, when you got up there, you got big-headed and thought about yourself and everybody else. But the people that you're supposed to have been thinking about is the ones that's struggling. Them the ones you're supposed to be helping. But see, you forgot about that. You forgot where you came from, Mayor. You forgot where you came from. Because you got to understand, you came from struggling poverty too. Okay? See, that's what you all got to look at. We all came from struggling and poverty. We all came from this. See, you forgot where you came from. And when you forget that, you forget about yourself. You forget about who you are. When you forget where you came from, you forget about who you are. So you shut the door on everybody that needs you, and then you open up the door for everybody that don't need you. But see, what God is trying to tell you, that he can give and he also can take it away. That's one thing y'all don't understand. When God put y'all up there, he don't put y'all up there to help people that already got it. He put y'all up there to help people that don't have it. He don't say get up there and get big head on it. He say get up there and do your job. What you supposed to do while you are up there. That's what you supposed to be doing. So, these people out here is struggling so hard that even if they come into the stores now, the stores are locking down all of their products just to make sure that nobody don't steal their products. They making sure of that. So they locking everything down. They locking down the food. They locking down the medicine. They locking down everything because they think that these people gonna come in there and steal their stuff. And because what's that? Why is that, man? Why is that? When you should be giving these people what they need so they don't have to go in the stores and steal from nobody. Therefore, that means that these people will not have to lock down nothing in their stores. These people will be able to have these people to walk in the stores and get what they want. And they won't have to worry about nothing. See, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. People can go in the store and they can have their receipt on things that they buy. But they can actually make a mistake and walk out the store and forget their product, what they buy. Then, when they go back to the store to realize after they forgot their product, they goes back to the store to get what they forgot, but they show the receipt to the people in the store. Do you understand that it done get so ridiculous now that these people have to literally look on the camera to make sure that these people literally pay for their products? Do you get this, Mayor? Do you understand what I'm saying here? They have to literally look on they cameras to make sure that these people really pay for the stuff that they buy. But see, back then, where you came from, let's go back to that, Mayor. Where you came from back in the days, we didn't have to go through that, did we, Mayor? We didn't, did we? We didn't have to go through that. All we had to do was to show the receipts and come on out the store. You get what I'm saying, Mayor? That's all we had to do. But now these days, you can't even walk in the store and leave something and bring your receipt without you getting harassed on what you come to buy. Do you get what I'm saying, Mayor? Do you get what I'm saying here? People have to get harassed even though they show the receipt on what they buy. They have to get harassed. Because they're not going to let them walk out the store without showing the receipt and them looking on the camera. And that's because, Mayor, you making these people starve to death when you should not be doing that. Like I say, God give it and God will take it away, Mayor. Do you understand? Like I said, you forgot where you came from, Mayor. You forgot where you came from. And you need to go back to your history of where you came from and remember where you came from and where you started from, the ground up, where you got there because you was once in poverty, just like everybody else. You didn't come out being where you at. You understand what I'm saying, Mary? You didn't come out with a silver spoon in your pocket, okay? You had to work from the ground up to get where you at right now today. You had to work from the ground up to get where you at. So how you have the right to make people suffer when you was once in the same boat that everybody else was in? How you could do that to people? But I bet you something, man. I bet you that you sit there, you go to church, you read the Bible, and you know everything you're doing wrong, and you read the Bible, but yet and still, you're still doing what you're doing. It's wrong, and you know it. You sit up there, you pick up the Bible, you read the Bible, you go to church, you do all of that. But yet and still, it says in the Bible that you're supposed to take care of the poor. Help the poor get on their feet. Because you got to understand, God is not here for the rich. He here for the poor. And that's why he put you up there, to help the poor. So like I say, you got to remember where you came from. Because you came from the time of all of us struggling from poverty to get where we came from. We all came from struggle. Ain't nobody came with a spoon in their pockets. Nobody. Go back to the slavery days when your ancestors were struggling and they gave you what you got. They gave it to your parents. How you think you got it? They went through hell for you to be where you at. Think about that, man. Think about that. They went through hell for you to get where you at. So how you have the right to make somebody else struggle when you saw what your ancestors came from? So don't get upset on what I'm saying. Take the thing what I'm saying and do the right thing and help these people. Because like I said, your ancestors struggle for you to do the right thing for everybody, not rebel and do the wrong thing for everybody. Your ancestors went through hell to get you where you at right now today. They put you up there. If it weren't for the ancestors, we wouldn't be here, because the ancestors is the one got us out of the poverty that we was in. They got us out of that poverty. They went through hell through poverty to get us out of poverty. So you got to remember where you came from, man. You got to remember where you came from. Because you know what? I really think you forgot where you came from. So you need to take this message and do the right thing. Because like I say, God give it and God will take it away. Remember that, Mary. You went to church. You read the Bible. You know what the Father says. You know what he says. So do the right thing and help these people, because that's what you up there to do. That's your job, to serve God and do the right thing like God tell you to do. Not think about yourself and other people. He says, think about the people that need you, that's struggling, that he put you up there to help. That's what he wants you to do. Do the job that you came up there to do and do it right. Thank y'all for listening to me. Jesus love you, Father love you, the Holy Ghost, the angels, the ancestors, and I love y'all. And I will be back to talk to y'all again soon. Y'all have a good day and a blessed day.